Привет, студенты! Today we are doing a quick Russian level check, A2 edition. Here's how it works. I will say 25 very common Russian words. If you understand most of them, not just recognizing the word, but actually knowing what it means, you are probably around A2 level or very close. And even if you don't know them yet, that's perfect. Because by the end of this video, you will walk away with 25 high-frequency words that will immediately make Russian feel more familiar to you. A2 is a really fun stage because this is where you start talking about more real-life things, time, routines, simple opinions, and what's happening around you. Also, I prepared a free PDF with all 25 words and examples from today's lesson, so you can review them later. The link is in the description as always. And if you're not sure you're A2 yet, I also have an A1 version of this exact test. You should see the link somewhere around here. Alright, let's test your Russian. How the test works. There will be 2 steps. First, I will say the words without explanation. Just listen and count how many you know. Then in part 2, I will explain every word with a simple real-life example. Ready? Okay. First 5 words. No explanation, just listen. Время. День. Год. Сейчас. После. Next 5 words. Друг, место, слово, новый, каждый. Next 5 words. Хороший. Почему? Надо. Идти. Смотреть. Okay, next 5 words. Видеть. Думать. Сказать, лицо, рука. And final 5 words. Нога, голова, глаз, первый, тогда. So, how many did you know? If you knew most of them, that's a strong A2 sign. Now let's go back and learn them properly with real examples. Let's begin with the first word, время. Время. Время means time. That's used to talk about schedules, plans, and availability. For example, у меня нет времени сейчас. Нет времени. I don't have time right now. Нет времени. I don't have time. The next word is день. День means day. That's used to talk about your day, your routine. For example, сегодня был очень хороший день. Сегодня был очень хороший день. Today was a good day. День, day. The next word is год. Год means year. That's used when you talk about time periods like this year. For example, в этом году я учу русский. This year I'm learning Russian. В этом году, this year. The next word is сейчас. Сейчас means now, like right now. Very common in spoken Russian. For example, я сейчас в магазине. Я сейчас в магазине. I'm in the store right now. Сейчас, right now. The next word is после. После means after. That's often used with words like work, class, dinner, etc. For example, после работы я иду домой. After work, I go home. После работы. After work. The next word is друг. Друг means friend. That's used when you talk about someone close to you. For example, мой друг живет в Москве. My friend lives in Moscow. Мой друг, my friend. The next word is место. Место means a place or a seat. Context decides which one. For example, извините, это место свободно? Извините, это место свободно? Excuse me, is this seat free? Место. Seat. The next word is слово. Слово means word, very useful when you're learning a language. For example, я не знаю это слово. Я не знаю это слово. I don't know this word. Слово, a word. The next word is новый. Новый means new. That's used to describe something you just got or started. For example, у меня новый телефон. I have a new phone. Новый телефон. New phone. The next word is каждый. Каждый means every or each. Very common for routines and habits. For example, я учу русский каждый день. I study Russian every day. Каждый день. Every day. The next word is хороший. Хороший. That means good. That's an adjective. That is used to describe people, things, places. For example, это хороший магазин рядом. This is a good store nearby. Хороший магазин. Good store. The next word is почему. Почему. That means why. That's used to ask for a reason. For example, почему ты учишь русский язык? Why are you learning Russian? Почему? Why? The next word is надо. Надо. That means need to or have to. That is used when you're talking about obligations and necessities. For example, мне надо идти. I need to go. I have to go. Надо. I have to. Идти is the next word. That means to go, usually on foot. Often used when I'm going somewhere. For example, я иду в магазин. I'm going to the store. Я иду. The next word is смотреть. Смотреть means to watch or to look. That's used for videos, movies, looking at something. For example, я люблю смотреть русские фильмы. I like to watch Russian movies. Смотреть фильмы. To watch movies. The next word is видеть. Видеть means to see. That's used for vision, like noticing things. For example, я тебя вижу. I see you. Я вижу. I see. The next word is думать. Думать means to think. That is used when you share your opinion, for example. Я думаю, это очень интересно. I think it's very interesting. Я думаю. I think. The next word is сказать. Сказать means to say, to tell. That is used when you want someone to tell you something. For example, можешь сказать это по-русски? Can you say it in Russian? Можешь сказать? Can you say it? The next word is лицо. Лицо means face, used in simple descriptions. For example, у него серьезное лицо. He has a serious face. Лицо, a face. The next word is рука. Рука means hand or arm. In Russian, it can mean both, depending on the context. For example, у меня болит правая рука. My right hand or arm hurts. Рука, hand or arm. The next word is нога. Нога means a leg or foot, also depending on the context. For example, у меня болит левая нога. My left leg or foot hurts. Нога. The next word is голова. Голова means head. That's very common in everyday phrases. For example, у меня сегодня болит голова. I have a headache today. Голова, a head. The next word is глаз. Глаз means eye. Used in descriptions, for example, у меня зеленые глаза. I have green eyes. Глаз, eye, глаза, eyes. The next word is первый. Первый means first. That's used for first time and first lesson. For example, это первый урок сегодня. This is my first lesson today. Первый, the first. And the last word, тогда. Тогда. Тогда means then, in that case. That's used when you decide what you do next, for example. Тогда давай поговорим позже. Then let's talk later. Тогда, then. All right, that was your A2 vocabulary check. Write in the comments what is your score out of 25. If you recognized and understood most of these 25 words, you're in the really solid place for A2. And if some of them were new, that's even better. Now you know a few more words on your road to A2. Before leaving, make sure to grab the free PDF with the full list and examples. The link is in the description. And don't forget to follow me and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. See you next time. Пока-пока.